Welcome. You've got mail.
Welcome. You do have mail. Go check it. Today is Tuesday, business day, business building. Today we're talking about branding because that's what we can do. That's what we do on Tuesdays. Branding. What are you doing with it? And are you effective with it? You need help? You need some pointers? It doesn't matter if you're going to set up a business or not. What about personal branding? We could talk about you and your name, all right, as well. You can apply all this stuff to all this stuff. Hang around. Got some goodies for you. I promise you. Hello, everybody. Sirwalterj show. I'm here. It is the midday connection, baby. How y'all is? Come on in. Water's fine. I want to talk about branding and see what we can do with this. It's the afternoon on a Tuesday, 3:30 something Central Standard Time. Y'all in the middle of your work day. It's hump hour for you because in another hour and a half or two, you'll be heading home. All right. So I'm going to talk to the people who got some time to look at us and check us out. Good to see you over there on YouTube. Blessings to you, Annette and Eleanor Collins, and some of you who are over here on Facebook. All right, let's get this ball of crack-a-lackin'. I want to talk about what is it about your brand. What do you do? All right, for those of you who are trying to build a brand, what are you trying to build? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Because you need to ask yourself the question as you would ask other businesses, all right? The who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. Good to see you, Josh. Blessed to you, Pastor. Ramsey, blessed to you, all right? So I want to talk about some of the tactics. I probably got about 11 of them in the time that I have. I want to talk about some of the tactics that you need to consider as it pertains to branding. Make no mistake about it. A recognizable and loved brand is one of the most valuable assets a company owns. You walk into a store and you see Coca-Cola, you know it's a brand. It has 100-something years of awareness, and it is a household name. I'm not saying that you will be a household name one day, or maybe you will be if that is your goal in life. And everybody know what Pepsi is, all right? Everybody know what Apple is. Everybody know what Google is. When they see just the logo, you don't have to see the name. You just see the logo. If I did this, most of you would tell me what that is. Matter of fact, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I bet you know. All right. What is this, y'all? Can y'all tell me what that is? Just by me doing that. What is it? Put it in the comments. All right. I'm going to prove it to y'all. Just looking at a logo says something. According to the Nielsen survey, 59% of consumers prefer to buy new products from brands familiar to them. Understand? Ramsey got it. Ramsey got it. And you know the comments are gonna come in a little slower, but I'm gonna wait till most of y'all come in here, and then you'll see. Then I'll read what the answers are. Corey Brookins, blessings to you. All right. And so you usually go back to the person who you trust, the business that you trust, and you will buy brands from them. You will buy things from them, from that brand, that is. Okay. All right. Yes. Some people say, I don't buy nothing but Calvin Klein. I don't buy nothing but, J. Crew. I don't, I picked two of the bad, really, one is defunct. Well, they both, I don't know. Anyway, Nike, that's right, Ramsey. Yes, Collins, Ramsey. I'm sorry. Sorry, Collins, Nike. Josh, Nike, that's right. Good afternoon to you, Lisa. Okay. As a small business, you may be competing against big brands with devoted customers and unlimited marketing budgets. That's why you have to find ways to be different with a solid brand building process of your own. And y'all need to know that those of you who are trying to start businesses or you have established one, when I say business, that can mean ministry as well. You now, because of social media, because of the invention of the computer, we have blessed to be able to level the playing field, because then I could put an ad up right now on Facebook and YouTube right next to an ad, a multi-million-dollar ad that Coca-Cola have. I can put up a $5 ad on Facebook. You understand what I'm saying? Right next to it. It's just mind-boggling that the people of old, all right, those in advertising in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s and 90s, this would be unheard of. It is unheard of to be able to pull something off like that. You understand? So let's talk about this and see how you could also be up against those. Yeah, Nike, just do it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So how do you build your brand? Branding is much more than just a cool logo or a well-placed advertisement. Okay, now what is this? Simple put, your brand is defined by a customer's overall perception of your business. Remember when I talked about your gifts and your talents? And I talked about, somebody asked me, how do you know what gift that you have? And remember what I said, you don't really determine what that is per se, although you can, but mostly people would determine how good it is. See, you as the brand maker think that your brand is the best out there. You got the greatest idea in the world until people taste your brand and say, you're a lie. You're a false prophet. It's not true. Someone else got to determine what that is. The founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, says, he said, your brand is what other people say about you when you're not in the room. All right. People say Demetrius Hunt. You know, there's something about her brand, something about her book, something about her product, something about her singing, something about her dress, her shoes, whatever your brand is, something about her smile, all right? They'll say these things and you're not in the room, and they'll start spreading the word around town. It's something great about Demetrius Hunt. How do we know that this is effective? Because every time y'all go to the movies, you brag about a good movie that you saw. The producers didn't pay you, all right? The writers didn't pay you to do that, but you saw a good movie and you went out and told everybody, y'all gotta go see this new movie. It is nice. It's bad. I mean, it does this and then this is gonna happen in the movie. Okay, you're doing all these things to talk about the brand, which is the movie. All right, and that's the way your brand should be, and that's why you should always over deliver and give the best quality that you have in your brand. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's very important. If you don't do this, you're not going to survive in this 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 world that we live in. Your brand is your reputation. In today's market, a successful brand has to be consistent in communication and experience across many applications, all right? You can't just put your brand out there and then not communicate with the people who will make your brand great. Those are the people who dig in their pockets, all right? So those of you who talk on social media, you just post on social media and you have no follow-up, those kind of people I stand. All right, because a whole bunch of people coming over there and they're seeing your video and they're commenting and they're liking and they're sharing and you're not interacting and engaging with them, I don't even go over there anymore. When I see that the person who put that stuff up don't come back, I say that's either a bot, all right? Or that's just somebody who just like to bring attention to themselves. I don't like to support those ministries or those brands. All right. So consistent in your communication as well as your experience. All right. In what areas? In your environment. What is your environment? Whether it's a storefront, whether it's the office, whether it's the church. All right. What is your environment? Okay. And you've got to establish what that is. All right, whether it's print and collateral, whether it's signage, packaging, content publishing was what I do, sales, customer service, what is it? All right. Now brand building being being simple, it says the truth is branding doesn't happen overnight or even in a few months. All right? It takes time to build this brand. So don't just think you can become an overnight sensation. Yeah, sometimes that do happen. A video may go viral and then you're overnight. All right. But building a brand is definitely it's a process. However, the ongoing effort will result in establishing long-term relationships with your customers the harder you work. This can lead to a steady increase in sales and more projects and word-of-mouth referrals and advocacies for your products and your services. Spread the word. They will spread the word for you. So what is brand building itself? The definition: brand building is to generate awareness about your business using strategies and campaigns with the goal of creating a unique and lasting image in the marketplace. It must be unique and it must be lasting. All right, you understand? And so you can't just try to recreate the wheel, though. Even though it's something unique, you can take the wheel and make it unique. You understand? But if it ain't broke, don't be trying to fix stuff, especially when you new, unless you're some kind of inventor. Positive image plus standing out equals brand success. You understand? Your brand should always be positive, all right? And then you should stand out. Stand out. Wear crazy shirts. Why y'all think I wear the shirts that I wear? Notice the kind of shirts I wear. Pink, purple, striped blues. Okay, I wear hot colors. I put on suits and I make sure that I match it with the accessories match. Okay, with the handkerchief and the tie and the pins. Okay, and then the cuffs. All right, everything from my waist on up, I make sure it goes pow. Why? Y'all don't see below my waist. You don't see, as far as you're concerned, I could be in my pajamas. Well, TMI, I'm not in my pajamas today. All right. But here on up, I go pow. Why? Because when people see my face strolling down social media, they see the outfit and then they want to know, what is this hot guy talking about? All right. What is he talking about? All right. Wow. Look at that suit. Bam. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. It's look what it looks like. All right. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I always thought you got dressed in the dark. Shut up. Rodney Jones is here. You have to consider what makes your brand stand out from the brands in the same field, but a cut above the competition. That's it. A cut above. Good. Your brand is defined by your customers' determination of you, your reputation. That's it. You understand? So stand out. What is unique about you? And do the same thing over and over again that works. Elder Rodney Jones is a perfect example since he's here. Notice his Sunday school videos. Starts off the same way. Hello, here's what's getting ready to happen. I'll be right back. Bam. He plays the same intro and he comes in and does the same thing for the next 20, 30 minutes or so, depending on how good the topic is. He does it over and over again, and the thousands come and watch to see the same thing. You understand? When you come over to watch me, I'm singing. Notice that. I'm singing. What song? Usually a song that is related to the subject matter. You understand? And then I'm looking at my phone because I'm trying to make sure that I do distracting things, because I don't want to look like some people who come on social media don't know what they're doing and they're just looking down, ain't saying nothing. All right. So you've got to keep the people engaged, even though you're trying to fix something that is technical. Do you understand? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. All right. Well, here's the thing. When you want people to stay engaged to what you're talking about, so you got to continue to do engaging things, even though you're trying to fix problems. If I need to look up a word in the Bible or a phrase or something like that, and I'm go over to them, I have another laptop on my right here, and I go to, okay, let me search for this. Well, while I'm searching, I'm engaged with y'all. I'm searching and I'm talking in the mic, and I'm also putting your comments up here on the Jumbotron. I'm staying engaged because soon as you pull your attention away from the watched audience, then they're going to pull themselves away from you. You're not engaging anymore, and then you'll see your numbers go down, 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 down. Why? Because you're not engaging anymore. You got to think about the psychology of man. No matter wherever you are, whether you're in church or whether if you're on the street corner or whatever it is, and people are paying attention to you, you got to make sure that you keep them engaged. Yeah, the smart show. I like that. Smart show. Okay, keep them engaged. Understand? So I do my opening, then I'll say I have my own little catchphrases. I'll say "uh-oh," and then boom, they know it's coming. When I say "uh-oh," they know. Here goes his opening. Here goes his logo. And then when I come in, I go right into it. All right? I'll spend about 30 seconds or more saying my shout outs. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. Blah, blah. Good to see you. Don't go too long with that, because you gotta do when you're doing your lives, don't talk about, act like you're talking to tomorrow's audience. I tell people all the time, if you're going to go live, all right, talk about tomorrow. Talk to your tomorrow audience. You understand? Because you want your content to be evergreen. That means last until the dawns of time. So you can't just talk to an audience today. That's why I don't do date stamps. I'll say the time is 3:50 on a Tuesday, but I don't tell you that that's Tuesday 2020. No, it needs to be fresh and brand new. Your branding is who you are and what you do by nature. It comes easy to you. Yep, it's who you are, and that's it. Stop trying to be somebody else's brand. It does not work. It's not genuine. It's like, again, we talked about the gifts of the Holy Spirit. Stop trying to borrow from Elder Rodney Jones's anointing. That is the anointing God gave him. You can't dance like him, preach like him, teach like all. And Elder Jones is my favorite teacher of all time. He trained and taught me. But when they hear me teach, they hear Sirwalterj teach. I still give Elder Rodney Jones credit for teaching me whatever he taught me. But then what I did was I built off of this man's teaching, and I learned my own style. It took me a while, but I learned my own. You understand? Yes. Keep the people engaged. Yes. The first 30 seconds of the show is more effective than we think. Come on, Corey. Thank you for saying that. Pay attention to the radio shows. Pay attention to TV shows and sitcoms. Back in the 1960s and 70s, what they did was they would play the opening theme song, and that theme song would last for a good minute. Again. All right, I mean, you sat there for the whole thing. Boy, the way Glenn Miller plays songs, that meant you sat for the whole thing. Okay? Then what happened? As we surpassed the 1980s, went to the 90s, they started cutting out those long intros because they realized that the people don't have the stamina anymore. They don't have the patience anymore to sit there and hear a theme song. So what did they do? Then what they did was they introduced the actors right away. As soon as they came on, there goes the actors. And the actors would do something and say something funny, a catchphrase like I do, uh-oh, and then boom, Martin Lawrence. Okay, boom, all right? And that theme song is short. It ain't a whole minute long anymore. It's short. Look at Seinfeld. What is his theme song? That's it. It's gone. CSI. What's their theme song? Boom. They're on. You understand? Okay, because they realize the people ain't got all that time. They ain't got time. So you can't do a 1 and 2 minute intro, okay? My intro ain't that long at all. Matter of fact, I have a couple intros. All right, here's one right here. Where is it? That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. My original intro was a little longer than that, all right? Because it does something else for what I needed to do. This one. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? Because that intro right there is very important. Okay? What's happening here, I learned this in radio when I was writing songs and trying to get the songs played on the radio. In the radio, they were teaching me, I was learning how to do songwriting. And the songs that got played on the radio was very important on determining what the intro is, how long it takes you to get into the song, number one, and how long it takes you to get into the hook. You understand? How long it takes you to get into the song and how long it takes you to get into the hook. In the 1970s, you could do long intros and get away with it. Those songs were very long, many of them were. They were LP, long playing songs. That changed. So because many marketers came in and the ads and the commercials, they had to play so many commercials, which means they couldn't play too much music, which means if you got a song you want played, you need to be into the hook 30 seconds in. 30 seconds into that song, you better be into that hook. Or next. You understand? Right. Joyce says, I know it's going down when that intro. You see what I'm saying? When they hear that, who did that? TikTok did that thing where, how do you get your husband into the room? So they started playing the sports theme. What sports theme was that? Was that the Wide World of Sports or NBA or something like that? Okay, and all the husbands, the husbands will come in. They come in from the bathroom. They come in from the bedroom. They come in from outside. They go watch. They go looking for the TV because the wife was playing the theme song. How do you get them in there? That's the way your brand should be. When they hear your theme, when they hear your voice, Joyce is on the air. Joyce is on the air. Joyce is on the air. Why? Because you have built this brand awareness, and the people, those same people, will follow you. When you go out, you're a victim of that, because I tell people, well, if you're going to buy stock into something that you already have in your home. Why not buy blue chip stock? Why not buy a Apple stock? You got it. I got an iPhone here. I got an Apple a Mini. I got an Apple a MacBook Pro, 2 MacBook Pros, okay, and I got a iMac over there. You see that iMac right there, okay? I got Mac products all over the place. Why would I not invest in Mac products? Because I swear by it. You understand what I'm saying? So this, if you're looking for a way to build up your brand, these are the things you need to think about, because it's the little things that you do which cause brand awareness, because you don't even realize who's watching you. You understand? You don't know who's watching you, so act like the world is watching you. Take little baby steps. Fry said, let me get one. Take little baby steps. And act like 1 million people are watching you. So that means you got to dot your I's and cross your T's. I've got some people here that if I put something on my post, if I put up a post, then if my spelling is incorrect or my grammar is incorrect, they'll go in my inbox and say, you might want to change that word. Beatrice is one of them. Amber Rogers is another one. Demetria Pitts is another one. Abronia Scott is another one, okay? We have names for them. Okay? But what are they doing? They're trying to protect the brand. It needs to always be quality. Even if you're just going to put up a Facebook post, don't deplete and damage the brand by bad spelling and bad grammar. You understand? Even when I'm talking colloquialism and using ebonics, still all the things around your ebonics make sure it's right. I will replay the people that are paying me. Right. She doesn't imagine that. Yeah, girl, you crazy. All right. Reputation builds recognition, builds subliminal association. I love it, Joe Hill. That's exactly it. Yes. Yes. Your theme is your introduction. Yes. Make it short and sweet. All right. So that people know. All right. There's only a few times when you can get away with a long theme. You already have a large following. You understand? You got a large following. You got an established following. And then you can do that stuff. You can take your time and breathe. Who was that? One of these these singers. Who was it? Black girl. Who won the American Idol? What's her name? Who's always screaming? What is her name? She went live one time. Okay, I'm watching this and I'm like, there's no way I can get away with that. The girl went live. As soon as she went live, it had to have been several thousand people watching the live. All right, and while they're watching her, she ain't saying nothing. She just looking. Fantasia. Thank you, Tonil. She's just looking. Another 1,000, come on. She's looking. Mama in the back. You know. Another 1,000, come on. She ain't saying nothing. I said, what the? Who? That's too much power for one woman. Who got that kind of power? Who sits there for 2 minutes straight, ain't saying nothing, just another 1,000, come on. They're sitting there anticipating and waiting. All right. Okay. Then she says, oh, hey, everybody. Y'all all right? All right. I'm just in here. My mama cooking in the back. Ain't saying nothing. Thousands kept watching. I said, that's too much power. You can't do that. Unless you got that influence, you can't. So you've got to work hard to keep people engaged. So there's certain things that I do that you may not know that I'm doing, but I do it because I understand the mentality and the psychology of man, how they work, and you got to know how to keep it going. Look at the Sons of Thunder when we're on Sundays, okay? There's certain things that I do to keep that table exciting, all right? My brother does it. He does it all the time, and he knows to do it. It becomes unconscious for us Joneses to do it, right? But we do it. We do it to stir up the subject matter, number one. Number two, we do it to keep the engagement going, all right? You got 4 men sitting at the table. You know, you don't want it to turn into a stuffy shirt, boring lecturing thing. I didn't want that show to be that way. So we have fun with it. And you don't see the numbers dropping dramatically. You don't. 1 or 2 people may leave because they got other things to do. But they say, you notice some of the comments, I got to go. Matter of fact, somebody at the door, but I can't leave. Why? Keep it engaging. They'll hang out. They will always hang out, all right? So this strategy here, I spent a long time on that, but I just needed y'all to know how things work. I'll do a separate show on doing, Facebook Live and stuff like that. But you need to build your brand identity and then build your brand marketing. So how to build a brand people will love, though. All right? How to build a brand that people will love. Well, number one, discover the purpose behind your brand. Discover the purpose behind your brand. Every successful brand has a powerful purpose behind it, and so should you. It's what you wake up every day loving to do for other people and the world through your product or your service. You should love what you do, and you should love what you do for other people. Don't do it for selfish reasons. Yes, you want to build up a nest egg for yourself and your family, absolutely, but that will come later on. Right now, you do it for the people, and the people spiritually know that you're doing it for them, and they will respond in kind. You understand? So there are 4 questions you should ask yourself as it pertains to this discover the purpose. Is why do you exist? All right. Why do you exist? Number 2, what differentiates is the word I'm trying to say. Okay. What about what problem do you solve? Why should people care? Understand? Every night I do a different topic. It solves a different problem. Monday is relationships. I'm solving relationships problem. Last night I went on live and I talked about marriage, divorce, and remarriage. By the time I got through, it freed people. People were being delivered and set free. Okay, from the bondage of bad teaching. This morning I woke up to, some of the naysayers on YouTube was saying that I said something that I didn't say, and then they were talking about, you bad teaching and all this stuff, and don't listen to men. Teachers, you can listen to the Bible, read the Bible for yourself. Even though at the end of my show yesterday I said, don't take my word for it. Go to the Lord for yourself and pray tonight and ask him. Didn't I not say that last night? I said that. All right. And so, they just don't listen to no man. And then the same person who said y'all shouldn't listen to that one man said to me in the comment section, see, you're teaching bad stuff. You need to go to Jerry Byman, whatever the person's name. He's teaching the best. You should go and watch his videos on this subject matter and you'll learn something. So my response was, did not you just tell the people not to listen to one man, but you're sending me to a man so that I could reverse what I said and go back to some bad teaching? But you are some kind of cognitive dissonance. You got cognitive dissonance clothes on. Yeah, all right. So those are the things you should do as to, number one, to discover the purpose behind your brand. You'll use these ideas to inform the foundation of your branding. All right. I can talk about that forever. All right. Because there are the three parts of the golden rule. Of course, the golden circle is, of course, what, how, and why. Those are the three. Worry about these three in the circle. It's the what. The what is in the outer circle. The how is in the inward circle. And the why is in the middle. That's the nucleus of it all. Right? The what. The products or services you offer to your customers. That's the what. When they walk down the street and they see the sign on your door, that should be the what. What y'all sell them here? All right. Then as they go into the second layer, it's how. The things that differentiate you from the competition. Oh, I see shoes in here. What? Nike got shoes. Converse got shoes. Everybody, I got shoes. You got shoes. All God kids got shoes. Okay. Well, then the nucleus in the middle is the why. The reason you are passionate and why you exist. Yeah, I know all these stores got shoes, but you buying the shoes from me. You understand? I'm selling the shoes, and I myself is the product. Why do you think some companies have their CEO as their spokespersons, and some people don't use the CEO as their spokespersons? What was his name from Chrysler? Who saved Chrysler? What was his name? Lee Iacocca, I think that was his name. He was the spokesperson. Look at Wendy's. Dave from Wendy's. He was the spokesperson. Okay, because he had that father mentality. He was just so wholesome. The Colonel was his own spokesperson. You understand? But some people should not be their spokesperson. When have you seen a commercial with who's the founder of Facebook? Okay, Zuckerberg. When have you seen a commercial for Facebook with Zuckerberg in it? You can't use him. He's not personable. It's too nerdy for the face of the corporation. You understand? And my favorite show is the Shark Tank. And the Shark Tank, they will invest in a person if the product is not that great, but the person who invented it was absolutely mind-boggling, and he was very charismatic, or she was charismatic. They would put money in the brand because of the person more so than the brand itself. That's the why. Yes. Because either they are charismatic or they are not. Some people are horrible representatives. Yes. That's it. That's it. Fry, I appreciate you so much. Well, you know you and be inspiring me, man. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I can't. Don't send me no bill. All right, that's number one. Number two. All right, y'all know what number one is, right? I think Amber put number one there. Discover the purpose behind your brand. Number two is research competitor brands within your industry. Research competitors' brand within your industry. Now, if you're in ministry, if you're writing books, things like that, don't consider them your competitor, but look at the word competitor as a mild term or just a foundational term to use because we live in a secular world and it's all about competition. So you in ministry, we're not to compete with each other. We don't need to because there's a lot of room out there for everybody. All right. But you do understand what they mean by research competitor brands within your industry. When I'm trying to do something, accomplish something, even when I go on live, I say this show is brought to you by. Or I'll read articles like I read from someone else. It's not always my writing. But I'll read their articles, it's their work, and then I will expound on their work and put it into the Sirwalterj Jones terms, understand? And sometimes I'll disagree with articles. Like I did a couple of days ago, I read an article, I forgot what subject it was, and I told y'all how the article was flawed. Understand? So that was like a competitor of mine. I disagreed with them. So research competitors' brands within your industry. You should never imitate exactly what the big brands are doing in your industry. Like I said, with Elder Rodney Jones, I don't imitate him. I don't have to. I learned from him, but I took what he has instilled in me as a great teacher, and I built my own empire. But you should be aware of what they do well, all right, or where they fail. So you find out what your competitors are doing and what they do well. Don't reinvent the wheel. If they're doing it well, then you do it well like them. But also pay attention to what they do and they fail at it. Don't do what they do and they fail. Even if they are big companies. For instance, Coke decided to introduce new Coke. Can y'all tell me how that turned out? Yeah, it was a disaster. It almost ruined them. The goal is to differentiate from the competitors. Convince a customer to purchase from you over them. I know they got shoes. I got shoes too, but look at the bottom of mine. Yes. And create a brand competitors research spreadsheet. Find out all of the portions of that company that you're competing against, all of the things that they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. All right? And copy it. Copy it. Ain't nothing. There's no law against it. As a matter of fact, it was Jeff Bezos. I think it was Jeff Bezos. Who was that other guy who says you should copy? They said that's what we did. Mark Zuckerberg didn't invent Facebook. He copied it. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest corporations out there, they borrowed or copied. And some of you who, if you're an African American, many of us couldn't get patents or lost our patents or was stolen from us because somebody copied and stole. I'm not telling you you need to steal, but copying. What is the greatest? What they say about emulation? Okay, it's the greatest. Somebody will put it there. Flattery, whatever it is. Okay, yeah, that right there. Somebody finish that for me. Number 3, determine your brand's target audience. Number 3, determine who your brand's target audience. If you in ministry, you already know who it is. But you can't just be in ministry and think that everybody who's saved is your target audience. You're going to fail. Understand? Everybody's not my target audience. If you look in my YouTube algorithm, my statistics, you will see that my target audience although kind of wide, my target audience start at around the age of 40. Understand? Yeah, flattery. Thank you, Joyce. It starts at around 40 and it goes up to the age of about 70. That is my demographics. Number 2, it is mostly female based. If I showed you my statistics on YouTube, it is mostly women. And then here are the men. All right. Now why? Well, there's a couple of reasons why. I would say it, but I kind of wish I'd rather y'all tell me why, because I know why. But if you writing a book, you better cite the source. Yeah, you better. Come on, Tennille. If anybody know about that, she does. Yeah. Determine your brand. The foundation for building your brand is to determine the target audience that you'll be focusing on. You can't be everything to everyone. All right. You understand? When brand building, keep in mind who exactly you are trying to reach. You'll tailor your missions and message to meet their exact needs. And you've got a small niche of people that you're like, oh man, that niche is only about 50,000 people. That's a small niche. There are people who became wealthy off of the smallest niches out there. I have a friend who I used to buy his program. I paid $97 a month for a couple of years to buy his internet marketing program. He out of California, young musician. He was a millionaire by the age of 20, 21 or something like that. He was teaching people how to play piano, gospel piano, the smallest niche out there, gospel piano. He was teaching them, and he became a multimillionaire off of a very small niche of people. Understand? Because the competition is not that fierce. So he got in there, and so his buying ads and SEO didn't cost him that much for keywords. His keyword search wasn't costing him that much. All right. So don't feel like for instance, if you're writing a book and you're writing to a particular audience, it might be an audience of women. Okay, well, that's too broad. So you make it smaller. Black women, that's too broad. So you go to another to a smaller niche. You niche down. The most successful ones are the ones that niche down. So not just black women, it's black women who live in the Midwest. Now you got a better chance of getting in there, and your keyword search cost is much smaller. Black women who live in the Midwest. Okay? Black women who live in the Midwest in the rural areas. Smaller niches, and then bam, there's my audience. There they are. And it's 20% of the people who will do 80% of the work. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And once you got that going, you can last for the end of time until Jesus comes with the small niche. So determine your brand's target audience. I'll do another show on that. All right. Your brand buyer persona. All right. Their age, their gender, their location, their income, their education level. Once you gather up all that stuff, you can write books forever to that audience, and they will buy everything you got. Look at the Rowland, that woman who writes the Harry Potter thing. She can write a Harry Potter book. It could be 3 pages and she'll sell out. Right? To get even more definitions for your brand buyer persona, dive into these details. Motivations. What are their goals? What are their pain points? All right? Women, especially if you're writing books about the pain of women, you're going to make it. Woman, thou art loosed. No more sheets. Why do you think that became a multi-million-dollar industry? Because pain points, influencers, and brand affinities. All these things work even in the religious community. All right. Number 4, establish a brand mission statement. Establish a brand mission statement. Make sure you have one. You need to have one. If you don't have one, then you don't have a mission. Without a vision, the people what? Huh? The people what? Women want to learn to understand men better. Yep, you tell it well. So you're Michelle Smith. There it is. That's good. Now that's on my Monday shows. But why is it that women are watching more of all my shows, whether it's dealing with what I'm talking about now, whether it's dealing with the Bible, anything that I do, it's mostly women and little men. Why is that when I'm not talking about relationships? Because it's proven right here. I think I see 2 men in my comments here. 2. And I have about 50 people on right now. 2 men. Why is that? Thank you, Joyce. Perish. Without a vision, they perish. All right, so establish a brand awareness, a mission statement. Have you thought about your brand mission? In essence, you'll have to craft a clear expression of what your company is most passionate about. This is your why. The reason you get up every day. Here's my mission. Before you can build a brand that your target audience trusts, you need to know what value your business provides. The mission statement basically defines a purpose for existing. It will inform every other aspect of your brand building your strategies. All right. So some people are going to interview you. Okay, what do? You need to know what your mission is. If you don't know what your mission is, ain't nobody want to fool with you. Your research is on point. Okay. Thank you, Michelle Smith. Because there are more women attached to churches. There it is. That's exactly it. So I know the demographics, and psychologically, I know who they are. I don't pander to them, and they can respect that. I'll tell them when they're wrong, and they can respect it. I praise and I honor them. Of course, anybody would admire that, but I'll tell them the truth. And usually when you tell a woman the truth, all right, she'll respect you. And she'll keep coming back. She'll keep coming back for more. Look at the men in the Bible, how when they were corrected, many of them says, I'm tired of being corrected. I'm out of here. They went to go messing around with pagans or what have you. A lot of times, though, the women, they come back because they realize, you know what, I ain't like what he said, but he sure told the truth, and he did that for my good. Brothers, y'all better understand that concept. Start speaking truth, and you'll keep your wife forever. Tell her the truth. Don't lie to her, because she know when you're lying. All right? So know your mission. That's number 4. Again, each one of these are shows by itself. Number 5, outline the key qualities and benefits your brand offer. Now, that's very important. How are you different from everybody else? Outline the key qualities. There will always be brands with bigger budgets and more resources to command their industry. Your products, services, and benefits belong solely to you. Starting a brand that is memorable means that you dig deep to figure out what you offer, and no one else is offering what you are offering. The Sirwalterj Show is unique. Yes, there's other guys out there that's doing what I'm doing, but I have different ways of doing. I could take the same subject that they're taking, and I spin it in a way that others are not spinning. That is my brand. I'm not saying that the others are not effective, because those guys got more listeners than me. They've got on YouTube. They have 100,000 subscribers to my 10,000. You understand? I don't get excited over numbers like that. I don't. Because I don't look at the large picture of things. I look at the quality of the work. Remember I talked about the small niche? I have a small niche. People say you need to be larger. I wish your brand was bigger. And well, God didn't say that right now. So I talked to a smaller bunch because I talked to my ministry's always been to the starving artist. I go into places that the other guys feel that it's above them to go into. I was hanging out at the storefront churches and the small churches. That's where I would hang out. And the big churches were telling me, come over there. I don't need all of that. Let me help the guy that y'all keep ignoring. That's my ministry. So that's why my channel remains small, because I do a great work. And guess what? 20% of the people do 80% of the work. That 80-20 rule, it works. And guess what? It keeps paying the bills. You understand? Don't worry. The Lord will enlarge your territory if need be. But if not, stay within your niche. Outline the key qualities and benefits your brand offers. Yes, quality versus quantity. The Gideon effect. That's it. Don't get excited or upset when your competitors got 100,000 subscribers. You got just 10. Don't get excited about that, because maybe the guy who got 100,000 is not teaching sound doctrine. So I don't get excited about that, because I know a couple that the women they be drooling over these guys, and I be like, yeah, but he teaching you some. He's eisegeting the gospel. Ooh, this is the Bible calls some of y'all silly women. Well, I enjoy you. The truth will set you free. I receive it in Jesus. Amen. Amen. Blessed to you, Mario. All right, so that's number 5. I can't go into detail with all this because my time is really up in a couple minutes, I would think, right, Clock Keeper? Number 6, form your unique brand voice. So let's go to number 7, all right, 6 and 7, and then we'll stop, because there's about 11 of them, all right? Form your unique brand voice. Your voice is dependent on your company's mission, audience, and industry. It's how you communicate with your customers and how they respond to you. So a brand voice could be professionalism. How friendly are you? Is it service-oriented? Authoritative? Is it technical? Promotional? Conversational? Informative? So if I was to put those words up there, which one you think the Sirwalterj Jones would be? Professional? Friendly? Is it service-oriented? Is it authoritative? Is it technical? Is it promotional? Is it conversational? Is it informative? All right? Which one would it be for you, your brand? Okay. That's Tony McClain calling. He supposed to call me yesterday. Now he calling me in the middle of the thing. All right? So what is it? So form your unique brand voice. What is it? These are endless adjectives and possibilities that can build a brand voice behind your message. All right. Okay, let me do one more. Thank you, Clock Keeper. One more. Number 7, let your brand personality shine. Let it shine. All right. Once you realize what it is, let it shine. Customers aren't looking for another cookie cutter company that offers the same thing as everybody else. They are looking for an experience tailored to their needs, backed by genuine personal interactions. I teach the Bible. Everybody got one. There's Bible teachers all on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all Instagram. Teachers everywhere. There's a Sirwalterj Jones look-alike all over the place teaching the Word of God. But notice what they said here. They are looking for an experience tailored to their needs, backed by genuine personal interactions. I recognize everybody on here. I put y'all on the Jumbotron. We laugh together, we cry together, we pray together. We are a family. And that's why we keep doing what we do, and the people keep coming back, because they know I esteem people greater than myself. If I like what you're doing, I will be the first one to promote it. And when you make fun of me, I laugh the loudest. When people talk about me and make fun of me, I laugh with them. It's hilarious, and I'm going to laugh. That's what families do. Brand personality spectrum, all right? What is the personality of your brand? Personable and friendly? Or is it corporate and professional? Is it spontaneous, high energy, or is it careful thinking and planning? Is it modern and high tech, or is it classical and traditional? Is it cutting edge, or is it established? Is it fun, or is it serious? Is it accessible to everybody, or is it exclusive? Depending on what side it is. They both are effective. They both work. Which one is it? And let your brand shine. You understand? That's what this is all about. I'll just read the next ones, and I won't talk about them. Number 8, build a brand story and messaging. Build a brand story and messaging. That's number 8. Number 9, create a brand logo and tagline. Create a brand logo and tagline. Number 9, I mean. Number 10, integrate your brand into every aspect of your business. And last one, 11, stay true to your brand building. All right? You get all that? I hope that worked out for you. Okay? It's not that hard, y'all. It's really not that hard. Okay? And if you just rewind the video, take some notes, you on your way. And we'll continue to do these on Tuesday if you like. Well, we will, whether you like it or not. We'll continue to talk about certain things about your brand. We'll talk about credit. We'll talk about building up business credit and establishing a business, the LLCs and S corps and all that stuff. We'll talk about all that stuff that I did that worked. I'm not going to tell you stuff that I didn't do. I'm going to tell you the things that I did to work. All right. I just set up a new one, SWJ Media Group LLC. I didn't go to LegalZoom and all these other places to do it. I could have, and I could have paid a fee and got it done. But I wanted to do it myself because I wanted to learn how to do it so I can pass that stuff, that information on to you. So I did it myself, and I learned something by doing it myself. And after I did it, I realized that it would be best that you do it yourself so that you can learn the ropes. Never have somebody else doing everything for you. You're not a rich, wealthy person who have butlers and helps it, okay? You should be doing stuff, even though it may take you a while to do stuff, all right? Because time is money, all right? So even if it does, while you're learning this stuff to do, you realize that you know more about your business than somebody else holding your paperwork. You understand? Number 9, what was number 9? Create a brand logo and tagline. Let me know when you're ready for number 10. Create a brand logo and tagline. Amen. Did mine on the state site. That's good, Ryan Dansby. Yes. Do it your own. Do it yourself. Now, if people advertise, will do it for you for free. None of it is free. You still gotta pay. You have to pay the state, to set up an LLC. But your FIN number is free. You get that right away from the Secretary of State, and you go to your bank and open up a bank account. That's free too. Some have free checking. All right. You should put money in there to open it up. Yes. But a lot of that stuff. You can do all that stuff yourself with just that one registered fee with your city clerk's office, Secretary of State. That one registration fee, whether you're doing a DBA or LLC or whatever, just be patient. I was set up and I was up and going in 2 days. with everything. Everything. The FIN number, the registration of the name, and the bank account. Everything. I had everything in 2 days. By myself. Understand? It can be done. The next step is to get business credit. You're going to need to be looking into getting the Dun and Bradstreet number, okay? And looking into the Experian reports, all right? That's different than your personal experience, FICO score, stuff like that. All that stuff is different. And you learn the ropes through all of that stuff. You realize. And then they start throwing they start throwing credit at you. So instead of getting these consumer credit cards that only give you 300, 500, maybe 1,000, these business banks will offer you $10,000 credit, $50,000 credit, and stuff. They start throwing that stuff at you, you know. Yeah, I know Amber was doing Pitt's job, and now you see how hard it is, ain't you? Yeah, 'cause I can't do none of y'all job. I don't want to be no clock keeper, no court reporter, no record keeper. Nope. Number 10. All right. Did you get number 11? Number 11 is stay true to your brand building. Stay true to your brand building, and that's it. All right, y'all. I'm done. And again, so you see what I'm doing? I do the same thing every day. Same thing. The way I come on. How I carry myself through my content through the show, how I end. Notice where that logo always go. What time it pops up there. People are looking for it, and I tickle it. Okay? Notice when that Cash App pops up. It don't stay on the screen. When that Cash App pops up, they know it's the end of the show. It's time to go. Understand? When you build this type of circle, all right, because we are creatures of habit, and you want the people to be a part of your brand or whatever you're doing, and they know they can finish your sentence. They know what you're getting ready to do, when you're getting ready to go, and all right, your segments that you're getting ready to do. They know it. They're part of it. Then it becomes a favorite part of what you do, because you're pulled into the same thing when you go to visit brands or when you watch TV shows or what have you. They go into these things that you're looking for them to do it. It may be the favorite part, or it may be the non-favorite part for you, but it might be a favorite part for someone else. See, when they go into commercials, you don't like the commercials. But guess who do like the commercials? When y'all turn on YouTube and the commercial pop up, you're like, oh, it's playing that commercial. Y'all hate commercials. I love them. Can y'all tell me why I love the commercials, especially on my channel? I don't know what commercials popping up on my channel. All I know is when y'all go to my videos, a commercial pop up. I don't assign those commercials. YouTube do. But I tell YouTube where to put the commercials. So the commercial pop at the beginning. There's one that's going to pop up in the middle. There's one that's going to pop up at the end. There might be a banner at the top or at the bottom. I tell YouTube to do that stuff. Now, what commercial they play, I could care less. I don't care. All right? So I love commercials. So bear with them. Because you don't realize, for those of you who have not been able to give to the ministry, that's fine. Watch the commercial. Because if you watch the commercial after a certain amount of seconds, guess what? You're actually donating to the ministry. So stop ignoring the commercials. Because the more you watch it, the more you support the Sirwalterj Jones Show. See? You didn't know that, did you? Now you get it. There you go, Joyce. There it is. There it is, God is watching. Commercials pay the bills. Yes. The royalties. And Facebook and YouTube sends me a check once a month. Once a month. Because you all watch the commercial. Right? There it is. I'm not saying you got to watch. You got to watch, let's say, sometimes some of those commercials are too long. They're 5 minutes. I've seen a 15-minute commercial. It was an infomercial on one of those things. They're like, oh, my God. What in the world? No, you ain't got to watch it. All you got to do is watch about 30 seconds. I think it's about 30 seconds of the commercial. And you're good. Then you can skip it. Watch about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I can't remember how many seconds. And then skip it. I just got paid. All right. There you go. I love y'all. Gotta go. Say goodnight, Gracie. All right? Look at that. Here's another one. So what's the ending of my brand? Amber pops up. The clock keeper says, say goodnight, Gracie. I go into my box and hit my outro with Lauren Hardy. All right? That's my outro. That's my brand. And then you'll see my logo pop up. You understand? That's what you need to do. Do it all the time. Don't ever skip it. They're expecting it. All right? Here's another one of my brands. See? Somebody gave me this peace sign from my brother's church at the Rodney Jones. It was a gift to me because I did my 70 show. You know, I'll talk about that because I'll be doing the 70 show each week, starting maybe not this week, but next week. Starting back. I'll tell y'all where to go. Okay? But anyway, they gave me this. This is perfect. This is gonna be my ending. All right. So if you're on YouTube, take your thumb. There's another brand. Okay, and take your branding thumb. Smash the like button and turn it. There's another brand. Future Peace. Okay, turn it Future Peace and share it all over the place for those of you who are on Facebook. You understand? Y'all got it. Y'all learning. All right. The white woman getting ready to tell you about another brand. Bye-bye.
Fellas, does it seem like you can't get a good woman? Ladies, wonder why you can't keep a man? Then read The 4 Women That Men Desire, Volume 1, by Sirwalterj to figure out how to break the cycle. Go to Amazon.com to get your copy today.
Goodbye. 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 Enjoy yourself. Bye. Goodbye.